Welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course from New Earth One Network. This is designed exclusively for your higher self connection and embodiment. We are back with a beautiful innovator of quantum healing. Boris Aranovich is here with Annette Graukub, and we are talking about a new healing method. Many of you may already be familiar with the Aquatone, the Triomed, and of course the Smart Breathe, as well as the Tibetan healing method and many other programs by Boris Aranovich. What we're talking about today is a new model. It is healing for maximum effect. We're going to talk about what the first steps to health is to replenish the lack of energy in our body and how we can restore the communication between all of the body's organs and systems. I am so pleased to welcome back two beautiful souls, Boris and Annette. Welcome.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you. Hello, Lauren. Hello, listeners. It's wonderful to be back on this popular show. Today, we will talk about why remote energy healing is so effective and how you can learn how to do it yourself. Annette will tell you all about this, and I will be here in the background and send you two powerful healing. I hope you will enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. We're so glad that you are here. Annette is your translator, and she explains the program so beautifully as well. Plus, we're going to come back with Boris, who's going to do a couple of healing exercises. So, Annette, this is really remote healing, how we can learn to do it ourselves, and also it's cellular healing as well.
Yes, indeed. And we are going to be talking about energy and what happens in the body when there is not enough energy and how you can help yourself to saturate all your cells and your organs, your entire body with enough energy in order to stay healthy or improve health or rejuvenate.
All right, saturate your cells with energy. This is a new program, Mastering the Art of BioEnergy. And this is really saturating our cells with energy. Now, why this new program? Can you explain how it's different from the other tools and methods that you offer?
Well, all our tools and programs really focus on helping the body to heal itself. So we never focus on symptoms or problems. We really want to help the body get as much energy it needs and the correct information it needs in order to do its work. So we help the body to correct its energy and information. And the most important thing that we do with our programs is to eliminate stagnations. And this is really, really a prerequisite for health. And we don't want to stagnate as a company either. And Boris is continuously getting new information, downloading it from the universe, and he wants to share it with the world. And this program, Remote Healing for Maximum Effect and Mastering the Art of Bioenergy Healing, is the latest fruit of our endeavors. And also, what we need to be aware of is that the body gets used to a certain modality after a while. So it's important to vary our approach to create health and rejuvenation. So it's really good to, although you might have other programs by Boris, it's really great to also try a new one. And the thing that really differs this one from the other ones is that it teaches you how to use cosmic chi to restore the body and to check your body for depletions of energy, and also correct these by sending chi directly to the place needing it. And it takes like, only 2 to 3 and the entire body, and then a couple of minutes to saturate any energy lacking part. So in addition to learning how to harness the cosmic chi, we will also help you understand how you can work with your subconscious mind in a whole new way to create and maintain health. And it's a program for you, for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your pets. And it really doesn't matter where you are or who you are. So it is a very comprehensive program course, and this offer we are talking about today comes in 2 parts. So now we're talking about the course, and later on we're going to be talking about the live healings. So the 2 parts of the offer today.
You mentioned that we can work with the subconscious mind to create health. That really is steering our consciousness in a powerful way, and epigenetics gets into this. If we can change our thinking, it could change the way our genes react.
Yes, that's true, because energy goes much deeper than if you would work directly on the physical body or any, pure mental modality. And the reason for that is that we are energy and we are information much more than we are physical matter. So if we really want to have an impact or improve something in the body, it's much more effective to work on the energy part of an organ, for example, than working on an organ directly on the physical level.
It is remote healing for maximum effect. We're going to learn how to use this for our body. So can you explain how it works?
Yeah. When you understand that we are energy and we are information, and that energy is what really propels all the processes in the body, it's easy to understand why this course is so effective. And you mentioned before, can we saturate our body with oxygen, for example? And that is one part of how we get energy. We get energy via our metabolism, and the metabolism it creates energy via the things we eat and drink and the oxygen we breathe. And the cells then create the energy so they can perform their functions in a correct manner. And the body cells need this energy also because they are constantly communicating with each other, and that also requires energy. So because we age, because there's a lot of stress in our world, external and internal very often, because the food lacks nutrients, etc., we very often do not get enough energy. And that is the first cause of a problem. So we really need to understand that also just by aging, the biochemical processes are slowing down, and it affects everything in life, not just our physical body, but our mental health, our emotions, everything. So we really need to understand that we cannot have a lack of energy. We need to make sure that we have more energy than we are consuming in our body. And that is the beauty of this course, Mastering the Art of Bioenergy Healing, is that we learn how we can harness the cosmic chi and use it in manners that really, really help the organs and the systems to perform their functions in a normalized and balanced way. So it's really about energy, and that really helps us to restore the functions in the body when we have enough energy. And, we have the circulation system, the nervous system, the information system, all the fluids, etc. But the energy system is the system that is connected to all the other systems. And as soon as there's an imbalance, for example, in an organ, maybe like the liver, this will have an effect on the rest of the body. So everything in the body is interconnected. So we need to strengthen the body's own innate healing and balancing resources on a continuous basis, especially if we have reached the age of 50. And I will talk a little bit about that, why that's so important after the age of 50, because it has to do with the brain. So a long answer to your question. I hope people understand the importance of having enough energy in the body now.
The tools that you have, actually, they're frequencies that help us maintain health. So if we are strengthening our body's innate ability to hold energy or create energy, are these techniques?
Basic idea of the course, Mastering the Art of BioEnergy Healing, has to do with really three simple things. You need to believe in that it works. That's important. And you need to have a strong focus. You need to know exactly where you are working in the body, and you need to have positive emotions like love, joy, peace, etc. And it works like in the same way as a radio station, sending frequencies in the form of music or speech. So you need to tune into the frequency you want to listen to, and that tuning into the station, that is you, the healer. And also you need to have a resonance with the one who is receiving the healing. And this is a very important part, is to have a strong resonance between the healer and the one receiving, because the stronger the resonance, the better the absorption or the assimilation of the healing will be. And we are creating an environment in the course where we are helping you to create, and you mentioned this initially, to create theta waves, theta brain waves. And this opens the door to the subconscious. And when that is open, there will be no disturbing thoughts, and it's much easier to reprogram bad neural networks. So that's also one thing we're doing, is that happens automatically, is that we are, or you are then reprogramming the neural networks in the brain that do not reflect health, because every condition in our body has a neural network that corresponds to that state. So if we can change the neural networks and also the energy of those neural networks into positive ones, that will have some pretty strong effect on the physical corresponding part.
We're going to dive deeper into that because it really is fascinating. It will affect the genes as well. And so we're stretching and reaching and tying this to epigenetics, but it really is the foundation. And I just want to reiterate what you said. It's, we need to believe, and we need the strong focus on our body, and we need the positive emotions. So can you talk more about that process?
Well, it's really the process of how we do the healing. And in the course, you will learn how to do it in 3 different ways. So I don't think people maybe know that the fingers, for example, are very closely connected to the brain. And so we will work with our hands. You will learn how to press Qi into your bone marrow, into your skeleton, and you will learn how to do this work remotely, maybe on your pets or friends. So there are like 3 ways of doing this healing, or 3 parts of it, I should say. And but believing in what you're doing is always important, and especially in this case, because we are working with the universe. And the universe is intelligent. It has a consciousness. It knows what to do. So it's a cooperation between you, the healer, you, the universe, and the one who receives. And the magical pictures are really helpful to people who are not used to maybe meditation and don't know how to enter the subconscious mind. It's really easy to enter it because these pictures help you create these theta waves in the brain.
And what we're learning about this is some could consider the cosmic chi scalar energy.
It's a question I have to ask Boris. The thing is that I think people have different definitions of what scalar energy is. So maybe it depends on the definition we're talking about. But let me ask Boris if there's a general answer. Boris?
Ja.
Finns det någon likhet med den här healingen du gör och med skalad energi?
Men det som jag skickar, det är skalerenergi faktiskt. Det är skalerenergi. Så det är inte bara skaler, men det finns olika typer av energi. Men framförallt det är skalerenergi.
So what Boris is teaching you to use, and also what he is sending in his live healing sessions, is actually, Lauren, a scalar energy to one part. There's also more. There's information and more energy, but it contains scalar energy. So thank you for that question.
Well, it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating, because it's the universe. Scalar energy knows where to go. And so we can cultivate this, and this is what your program does. It teaches us how to use all these various integers with the positive emotions and achieving the theta brainwave state so that we're relaxed in a way that allows us to really move that energy where we need it to go. I find it fascinating that you're literally changing the neural network in the brain into positive ones. Can you talk more about that?
Yes, I mean, it's really, really exciting. We have one of the 5 live healing sessions, and also what you will learn in the course itself is how to reduce or remove fears. And the way to do that is that you think of, for example, in the live sessions, you think of the fear. We usually never, ever focus on a problem, but in this case, we focus or think of a fear. And Boris will see the energy of the neural networks corresponding to that fear and will remove that energy from those neural networks, and in that way remove the negative neural networks, and then instead insert positive ones like self-love or self-assurance, things like that. So the neural networks are very important and very difficult to change if you don't do it via the subconscious. And as you said, important is to be in a very peaceful and loving state. Not only the person who is receiving it, but also the person who is giving it needs to be in this loving, peaceful state. That really, really, really makes the healing much more effective. It's a very encompassing course. You will learn so much. It's just not about your body, this course. It's about your life. You will learn how to manage your overall energy, how you can strengthen your immune system, how you can strengthen your metabolism, how you can increase the energy and the blood circulation in all the major zones of the body, such as the solar plexus, the hara, that's the area under the navel. And you know, that is the area martial artists learn how to focus energy into in order to do all those amazing things they do. And of course, you learn how to correct your brain. And this is absolutely crucial because the brain is very susceptible to stress. And if it is stressed, it will almost immediately affect your organs. So you will learn in the course how to balance your brain, how to also detect under-functioning organs and correct these organs, how you can realign your vertebra, and how you can generally strengthen the body's innate healing power, and how you can correct the aura and the chakras. You will learn how to do remote healing for others and your pets. And you will also learn how you can transfer energy and information to water and oils, and how you can restore your beauty, how you can create resonance with what you want to achieve in life and magnetize it to you. So this course really covers so many things, so many things. It's really, really encompassing, a really wonderful course. And we talk a lot about the brain, and the brain is really important because all the functions in the body are connected to the brain. And we will cover the different zones in the brain, like learning a new language or memorizing better, things like this you will learn as well. And in this, it's important also to understand the negative effect of tension in the body. So we with this course and also the live healings, you will learn how to get rid of the tensions, how to improve the flow of energy and blood in the body's organs and systems. Because as soon as there is tension in an organ, this will be reflected back to the brain, and the brain then reflects that back to the body. So you create a bad circle. So you really need to have the brain balanced and strong so that it doesn't get overacted or burns out. And it's really, really super important to take care of your brain, and also the energy flow into the brain, that is the neck, because most people, when they have a tensed body, the tension seems often to land in the neck. So if the neck is tense, because of maybe anxiety or stress or whatever, the energy flow in the blood circulation, which was on its way up to the brain to supply it with oxygen and energy, becomes blocked. So the oxygen and energy do not reach the brain. So that's why it's so important to take care of the brain. And you need to do that really daily, I would say. Take care of your brain and your spine, really important areas. So just summarizing a little bit what you will learn in the course, so people understand the major content.
Well, in today's world, balancing the nervous system and balancing the brain is really important. We can see that's called mental health. But you're saying that this affects our organs, so it's much deeper than just the mental aspect. It's actually physical health as well. The brain is very important. And you also said that we can detect underfunctioning organs with this course. We're going to learn how to do that. That's pretty amazing, because this is self-healing, and that's really important to be able to feel that energy in our body and shift it.
Yeah, you really get to know your body this way, because the organs, most people don't know that the organs are working together in pairs often. So when one organ may have an active function on its opposite organ, and if you know how to detect if there is a surplus or a lack of energy in an organ, you can actually balance the organs into perfect balance. So we're always talking about balance and harmony. This is what we want to achieve, because then the body can do its work on its own. So that's one of the things you will learn in the course. It's really a lot of things you will learn, and you will learn in an easy, fun way, because there's a lot of animations and music, and you just watch and do the exercises according to the course. And it's, yours forever. So you can always go back and check out a specific part which is interesting to you. But always recommended to make sure your brain and your spine is corrected and balanced all the time. So there are, should I go through the modules? Because we have 5 different modules in the course. There are animations, there is music, and there is voice, and there are PDFs. So you get the information from all kinds of angles. And the exercises are very short. They're like 2 to 3 minutes long. And you can get effects pretty quickly, because we are working, as you said, also from the very basic, from the very bottom part of where problems arise. So we go into the the center, the kernel. We change the neural networks in the brain, and we add energy where it's needed. So we help the body to do its work, because we are not doing it. It is the body, but it needs our help, especially when we've reached the age of 50. Because after the age of 50, the circulation in the brain is only 50% of that, what it was in our 20s. So, and that goes for stagnations as well. So the body stagnates just because you're aging. So you need to keep the stagnations off or away from your body, and keep the flow flowing in order to stay healthy, but also to rejuvenate. You know, Boris is 74 now, and his biological age is 47. So he knows what he's doing.
Keeping the flow of energy. And as you said, it's resonance, and it's detecting and learning how to do this, learning how to be a self healer, and
Mm-hmm.
even restoring beauty. So let's talk about that, because aging and looking in a mirror and seeing more wrinkles tends to put us in more of a negative state. Therefore, we're creating a neural network of negativity. As we're talking restoring beauty, there's ways that we can change our mind about that.
Yes, of course. I mean, there are neural networks, and in the live sessions, for example, when we are working on getting rid of fears and worries and anxiety about aging, those are things we can remove energetically. So that is one way of doing it. The other way is actually doing the very healing on the different layers of the skin. So
Mm-hmm.
when we do the facial rejuvenation, what we do is we begin with the skull, and we correct the skull, because the skull has something, I think it's in English called sutures. They're like small, tiny cracks. And these cracks get dislocated by age, or by, having an accident or something. Just by growing older, they sort of dislocate. So we begin by correcting the skull, and the skull is connected to the muscles of the face. And then we work with the muscles and of the face. And then we work with the capillaries, the blood vessels, and the nerves. And then we work with the connective tissue and the fat deposits in the face. And then we work with the outer layer of the skin. So you really get a very effective facial, very effective facial. If I don't know, if we have one woman who took the course, and within 2 months she just completely changed her face. I sent you a picture on this. Maybe you have it on your website. Maybe you can put it there. If not, it can be very effective. It depends on how sincerely you want it. It's a good thing to work with these very fast exercises every day. So there are 5 different modules, and each module has a theory part and a practice part. So in the first module, you will learn how to use your hands as energetic tools, and how you can work with your solar plexus in order to maintain your energy during the day and avoid getting tired. You will learn how you can increase the energy level in your hara area, the zone under your navel, and how you can increase the production of healthy gut bacteria and thereby strengthen your immune system. And you will also learn how to increase the level of energy in the back of the head, so you can strengthen the connection between the brain and all the internal organs. So that's just module 1. And in module 2, you will learn how you can discover poor functions in the organs, and how you can improve the circulation in the brain, and how you can create an energetic balance in the whole body. And when you do that, you actually slow down aging. And you can find which organs, were imbalanced, and help them become balanced. And you will work with the bone marrow, which is also important for the immune system. So you will learn how to, in module 3, I think it is, saturate the inner organs and different body parts with energy. And for example, your liver and kidneys, so your body can initiate detox processes, and this is really vital for health. So detoxing is very important for the body. And when this happens, also when we work in the same way with the joints, we improve the functions of the joints by helping them energetically, improving the energy there. So the body does its work in a natural way. And this is the beauty of it. We cannot do too much. We cannot harm the body. We just give it the basic, the energy and the information it needs in order for it to do its work on its own. And then we learn in module 4 how to do remote healing and transfer energy to other people or groups of people. And you will learn how to work by a picture or an image, and how you can work with your animals. And in the last module, you will learn how you can transfer energy and information to water and oils and objects. For example, maybe you want to energize your facial lotion or something else. You will learn how to do that. And it is in the module 5. We will work with your beauty, energize your facial muscles and skin, and correct the skull. And these are the underlying causes of wrinkles. People need to understand that what goes on the surface of the skin is due to what's going on underneath it. So this just summarizing the 5 different modules.
It sounds amazing. This is creating healers. This is something that people can work with other people on. This is a new earth business, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely is.
Well, this is beautiful. The information is right here on this webpage for that course, Mastering the Art of BioEnergy. Literally teaching us how to use cosmic chi to heal our bodies, to improve circulation in the brain, all of it. And then I love that it's doing it for other people, the ones that we love, and even for our animals. And of course, doing it for a facial rejuvenation. I mean, that's pretty superficial, but that makes us feel good as well. So thank you.
Right. Makes us happy.
Makes us happy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that is a beautiful program.
We have many testimonials coming in from people. One lady, Anneli, says, I have participated in the course Master the Art of BioEnergy Healing, and I started to work on my migraine, which I've had for over 30 years. I did my own work better. And this is important because you can always adapt to what you sense, use your intuition. If you want to change something, that's fine. And she began by imagining seeing her blood vessels in the head, in the neck, in the shoulders, in front of me, and then widen them and increase the blood flow and oxygen level via the brain. So this is one way of doing it. And one other, Peter, says, it has given me a lot. I especially feel very alert and have so much energy and feel such curiosity and inspiration in life. So we're not just talking about the body, we're also talking about how you can change your life. This is thanks to these simple and fun exercises that do not take much time to do. I've received comments from people who wonder what I do because I look so youthful. I wish kids would learn this in school. I feel that any more imbalances will dissipate with time. I understand more and more that everything is connected. The course Mastering the Art of BioEnergy Healing is such an amazing course. Eva Björklund says, I have learned so many useful things and the exercises are so simple yet effective. I do not have a specific disease, but I use these exercises to prevent illness and create fantastic well-being. This is a course that everyone should take in order to prevent disease instead of waiting until disease and ailments appear. And I think that's a very valid point. It's not, you don't have to have a disease or be sick in order to do this, it's a wonderful way of just maintaining health and prevent problems to arise.
Beautiful. This is a very beneficial course, the BioEnergy course and for the price that you're offering it, this is a skill that we all can do. This is our ability to work with these frequencies and energy, and you're going to teach us absolutely how to do that. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
right. And you don't
excited.
have to have any, knowledge about healing prior if you don't have that, because you will learn everything in the course. And if you already are a healer, I think you will really love this. Most people actually who have taken the course so far are doing healing on others, and they say it's amazing
Interesting.
because they learn new things.
Yeah.
Boris is combining ancient knowledge with the information he is downloading himself. So it's really unique in that aspect.
Very affordable for what you're offering it here for. That is what we call a no-brainer because of
Yes,
the benefit of it, just what you teach. This is empowering, and that's
definitely.
why I love it. And so I'm excited for it, and I know others are excited for it as well. So there's also live group healing sessions.
Mhm. There are. And before we go into that, just please let me do this. I'd just like to say that we do not offer medical or psychological advice, guidance, or treatment. So if you have a medical condition, see your physician or licensed practitioner. What we're talking about is how you can restore the energy and information and consciousness in your body so that the body can do the healing, the restoration, and rejuvenation on its own. So thank you so much for that. How about we do a 5-minute healing for the listeners before we get into the live healing session part? What do you think?
That sounds perfect. Let's do one of the healing sessions with Boris.
Right.
So we're going to see Boris on video.
Yes. Så Boris, nu kan du visa dig.
Yeah.
What Boris will do now in 30 seconds, and he will do it for 5 minutes, is to stretch your spine to help the flow of energy and blood flow through your spine. And this can really, really help many parts or many organs in your body because everything is connected to the spine. So enjoy these 5 minutes with Boris in the screen or on the screen, sending you healing for stretching and improving the flow of your spine.
It's complete.
Thank Boris. So, Lauren, how do you feel?
Well, I know I am much more grounded and I feel like I've got a lot more energy. I do feel even taller, so I don't know what was going on there, but I'm energized.
Yeah, right. This is a fun exercise because what Boris is doing, he is working with the aura of spine. So he's taking hold of the aura of your spine and he's stretching it and increasing the flow of energy and blood in the spine. And I just want to add that in case you get a slight headache or some other sensations, it is because the extra energy, because the blood vessels of your body is not used to the extra energy. So when it gets extra energy, the capillaries of blood vessels widen. And because they're not used to being widened, they contract immediately, causing spasms. But this is temporary. So just keep doing the exercise until things are fine again. So it's just natural that the body's reacting in case you are having an aches or pains or something. It's things that is surfacing to be released. So it's a good thing.
Tell us about the remote healing sessions. These are with Boris, and we have time for one more mini session with Boris, and that'll be facial rejuvenation.
Yeah. Yes. So the live group healings are 5 1-hour sessions from Boris with the following topics. In the first session, we will improve the immune system. In the second, we will improve the hormone system. And in the third session, Boris will help you reduce or remove fears, anxiety, and depression. And in the fourth session, he will help you improve the condition of your skin. And in the last one, we will help you achieve your goals. So he will send you healing for this. And he does this healing in a few different ways. He begins by correcting the brain and balancing the brain waves because it's so important to have the brain working, and he also balances the neuron connections in the brain. And then the next step is to balance the aura and then the spine. And we do these three things: the brain, the aura, and the spine at the beginning of every session, because that is the first thing we need to do. And then we focus on the immune system, the hormone system, etc. And you get to see the magical pictures in the live healing sessions. And those activate your theta rhythms in the brain. So your subconscious becomes more open to allow for the healing to be really tangible and effective. And Boris has performed this type of remote healing for many years on actually thousands of people with some amazing results. But the past year, he's noticed a remarkably increased effect thanks to the increased resonance created by the contact via Zoom. So it's the resonance we talked about before. So when you see Boris live and you connect with him and you have these theta waves in the brain via the help of the magical pictures, it's really, really effective way of receiving the healing. And know that Boris is he's very skilled at what he's doing. He has a laser sharp focus. So they're wonderful. People love these healings, I can tell you. They're really popular.
Do people have to be live in them?
That's a good question. It's more effective if you attend live. But if you miss a live session, we suggest that you watch the recording at least twice, 2 to 3 times, and that will give you the same benefit as if you would have watched the live.
Even for those who do the live, one could go back to those recordings for a boost, right? Yes.
Yeah. Just think of the session of fears. People, we all have fears and worries, and each time you can remove one after the other. And and fears and worries and anxiety is like 80% the cause of many diseases, according to Boris. So it's probably the most important session, is to remove the fears and anxiety, because it causes so much stress in the body.
Yes, and look around in the world and the great shift that's underway. If we do not empower ourselves with an ability to calm ourselves down, move out of fear, and stay peaceful and harmonious, then it's not good. So these are really great. You were saying that the magical pictures that helps with the theta brainwave state. And then you said something about the resonance. You said something in the past year. What's caused that resonance to
My bad pronunciation of Zoom, ZOOM.
Zoom? Yes, okay,
Zoom.
because of the technology of the way that we can all meet from
Mhm.
around the world. And
Yeah.
yeah, all right, that's beautiful. That's, yeah. Well, this is the 5D expression of our technology when we
Yeah.
can use it in a powerful way. And what Boris is doing is using the healing aspects that he's learned for his own health, but he's sharing it with the world and offering it over the Zoom webinars. So that is beautiful. Anything else that you want to add about these healing sessions?
Well, he works in a few different ways. He removes blockages in the brain and the spine, and it restores the aura. We talked about that, and he can also find the negative neural networks and remove the energy of them that corresponds to ill places or negative conditions in the body, and replace these with the restorative and normalizing information. And he works with the aura of an organ system, which is what he did with the spine just now. And this is very effective, because when you work with energy, you have some really strong effect on the physical. So you will be balancing the immune system, and it is important because we have to improve the production of our immune system cells. We need to improve the production of our healthy bacteria in the intestines, and also we need to improve the energy in the bone marrow in order to improve the production of immune cells. And also we work for the lymphatic system in this part of the immune system. So there are many parts of each session. So that was just for the immune session. When we're working with the hormone system, the second session, we are working with the chakras. And the lower chakras are connected to the lower endocrine glands, and the higher chakras to the higher glands. So when we work like this via the chakras, it's really, really helpful for the hormone system. And our Boris also improves the blood circulation to the glands directly, so that they can better receive nutrients and oxygen. So that's the hormone one. And we talked a lot about how he reduces fears and anxiety. He sees the energy of those patterns in the brain and removes the energy. And then he also sends you energy to increase the production of serotonin and dopamine and endorphins to make you feel happier. And we also mentioned how he improves the beauty, begins with correcting the skull, and then improving the blood supply to the face, to the tissues, connective tissues, to the production of collagen, and all the layers of the skin. And the last one is achieving your goals. So in the last session, you will focus on a couple of goals, and by doing that, you are giving it energy. And Boris will then take that energy and blast it, make it really strong, so that you easier and faster can magnetize what you want into your material world.
Yes, this is powerful, very comprehensive, the remote healing sessions. Both of these options are available either independently of each other or together. And I would say go for it and notice how you feel. So that's beautiful. I would love for Boris now to do the skin rejuvenation healing.
Okay, let me ask Boris. Boris,
Ja,
nu, det blir bara en till och nu 5 minuter för ansiktet. Gör så mycket du kan på alla lagren av ansiktet om 30 sekunder och sen håll på i 5 minuter.
okay. Mhm.
So Boris will now give you a facial. He will work on all the layers of the skin and also on the skull. So enjoy this 5-minute healing from Boris.
Okay, it's complete.
Tack Boris.
Tack.
So,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I am smiling. And I felt, personally, I felt a release in my sinuses. Isn't that interesting? Yes.
right. So that is so smart because the body knows exactly what to do when it gets extra energy.
We are feeling energetic right now. I'm feeling very energetic. And I
Wonderful.
appreciate this. I hope everyone is feeling it. These are beautiful ways to empower ourselves and to boost our energy. And it goes so deep with the ways that it can literally affect our health. As you said, Annette, we are so much more than the physical body, and we're using that to our advantage now.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. Again, it seems so logical to utilize this tool. It's our innate abilities, and we need to learn how we do it. This is something that we know deep down we can do this, and I love it. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you. I mean, it is for everyone. And it's so great because you don't have to have any knowledge about what to do beforehand, or, if you do know how to do healing beforehand, you can really find some really new, interesting information, both in the course and the live healings. I just wanted to add that the live healings, they
Yes.
begin December 1st. There are 5 1-hour sessions. So the sessions take place December 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th. And they begin at 7 p.m. Central European time. And you will get a email from me the day before and also a reminder the same day for the live healings. And you will get access to the course within 24 hours from us as well.
Yes, beautiful. And so as people show up to the live event, and it goes quantum, even those who watch the recording, Boris still gives energy that's beneficial. If we go to the live event and we have a specific issue, can Boris see that?
Yes, actually, the group events are somehow personalized because you can ask your personal questions, and if you have any concerns or some special requests, we look into that too. We try to have it centered around the healings that we're doing to make it easier for everyone, but we really want to learn how you as an individual are experiencing the healings. So we have a communication during the session where you can ask your questions and let us know how you're doing. And at the end, we also give some extra healing to remove any effects, because what happens is that you are receiving more energy, the body starts working, and the first thing it does, it begins to detox, or maybe you get a little bit of a headache or some spasms, but it's just a natural way for your individual body to respond to more energy and better information. And Boris will give you some extra healing also to remove those effects if you need it. Most people don't, but some do. It's really personalized, although it is a group healing. It's a wonderful atmosphere, and I think people really love it. So that's what they're telling us anyway.
Well, thank you so much for this. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Well, with the option 1, you get a bonus, and the bonus is the 21-day live, dramatically increasing the joy and happiness levels. And that round of joy starts November 11th. And that is for the course. And if you take the live healings, you get a bonus, a module from our other program called 10 Steps to Rejuvenation. And that module is all about restoring the energy flow in the body. And of course, if you get option 2, you also get both bonuses. So there's some really great bonuses with this package. And I really do hope that you take advantage of it, because it can really, really help you out in many different ways.
Yes, and it is a new earth opportunity as well. So for those who want to get started in their healing practice, this is a great foundation. For those who are already doing it, this is a marvelous addition to that. So thank you. Boris, thank you so much for this. We can feel the energy that you transmitted. And Annette, thank you as well.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. It's such a pleasure always to be on your show. So thank you so much for having invited us today as well.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you both so much. What an empowering method of healing for our new earth. Thank you both.
Thank you. Bye-bye.